Today's question comes from Timothy, and Timothy asked a question we don't answer around here very often, but I'm glad this got asked because it needs to be answered occasionally. Not everybody wants to play Cyberpunk 2077. Buy Windows 10 Professional for $15, activate instantly online with Microsoft, and keep it forever. Don't pay full price. Get the best deal from our sponsor, URCD Keys, using our link in the video description below. Full details on how this amazing deal works at the end of the video. Timothy asks, what are the hardware requirements for a PC tasked to do only light tasks like Office and other boring stuff that adults do, assuming we want it to last and to run smoothly for a good couple of years? Great question. An i3-12100 or a Ryzen 5 5600G will do that for a long time. I have one of those machines right here in the office. My front desk machine has gone through several iterations, but at the moment, it currently has a Ryzen 7 5700G. Why the 5700G? I'm a tech YouTube channel and I had it on the shelf. Otherwise, a 5600G would be just fine. Why not a 12100F? Or, well, you wouldn't want the F model. I'll get to that in a minute. Why not a 12100? Because I didn't have it at the time I set up that machine, and that machine already had AM4 because it had a 3400G on it before then. That's neither here nor there. My front desk machine, I use it for email. I use it for selling stuff on eBay. I use it for browsing the web at the front desk. I use it for printing shipping labels. I use it for receiving shipments and doing invoices and other boring office tasks, which is exactly what Timothy is asking. That computer does not have a dedicated graphics card. It doesn't need a dedicated graphics card. It just sits there. It doesn't really need an 8-core, 16-thread Zen 3 CPU either, but again, it was on the shelf. Why not? It's extremely fast and responsive. It is very nice to use. It feels like a modern machine while being relatively inexpensive. At the time I'm recording this, you can buy that CPU for about $165. That's pretty reasonable considering how much raw performance it has. That should last for a very long time. You can install that in basically any AM4 board, even the El Cheapo ones. It's not really going to matter for that use case. You're not stressing it and loading up all the cores like you would for Cyberpunk gaming or what might. I'm not talking about video editing here. We're talking about casual office use. Again, the 8 cores are a bit overkill. Now, I do have a reasonably decent cooler installed. It's not the stock cooler, but I do have essentially a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. It's a separate derivative. I cannot actually remember which company made the cooler. It's a 4 heat pipe direct contact cooler that looks like a Hyper 212 Evo, but it's made by another company. I bought it off Amazon for $20. It's quiet. It just sits there and it'll be fine forever. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM in that machine because I actually do believe that 32 gigabytes is reasonable, even for a basic office machine. And RAM is really, really cheap right now, so that's what I would go with. That does not, however, mean it's going to last for 10 years. Rewind 10 years and ask yourself what that would have looked like. The equivalent low-end chip to that, and actually let's talk about the i3 for a quick second. I have benchmarked now the i3-12100. I have a 12100F, not a 12100. The F means there's no integrated graphics. If you want that kind of machine, you wouldn't want the F chip because why buy a dedicated graphics card? It's a complete waste of money. Intel's integrated graphics are great. AMD, for this purpose, their graphics are great. There's no reason to use the dedicated card. You can buy an i3-12100 for about $100. It is very fast. Now, it's only 4 cores. It's 4 cores, 8 threads. But it is about as fast multi-threaded as a Ryzen 5 5600G because the individual cores are faster. If I was buying new today, it'd probably be an i3-12100F. I actually have an i3-10100F in my benchmarking room. It's my video capture PC. I have a hardware capture card in there, and that's what does all of the game benchmarks that you see all the footage of on our channel. It has a relatively inexpensive motherboard in there. I can't even remember the motherboard that's in there. I think it's a B board. It's a micro ATX board in a relatively inexpensive case. It does the job. Yes, I have 32 gigs of RAM in that as well because, of course, I do. So that does the job. That's 4 cores, 8 threads, and I have no complaints. I don't plan to upgrade that anytime soon, but I will at some point because just using it is eventually going to become slow. Let's rewind 10 years. It's 2023 today. What would have been a modern machine in 2013 at that level? An i3-4130 would have been something equivalent to an i3-12100F. or 12100. It's such a habit to say F. My apologies. That is a 2-core, 4-thread chip from 2013 that runs like absolute. Yeah, it barely runs. Yes, it runs Windows. Yes, it launches programs. Yes, you can use it. How do I know it runs stuff today? I have one. Actually, my mother had one. I have upgraded her personal machine at home. My mom had an i3 4130 at home. It was a cheap Dell pre-built. I replaced it with a machine that I custom built for her, a Ryzen 5 3600X, because that is obviously way, way better than an i3 from 2013, excuse me. So that i3, I've tried putting Windows 10 on it. I've played around with it. We've run some stuff on it. I thought about doing a video and saying, 10 years later, what does an entry-level machine look like? It's awful. It's just awful. We're not talking about gaming. We're talking about browsing the web. It's just awful browsing the web. It works. It absolutely works. Life's too short to use something like that in 2023 unless you're absolutely dead broke. Looking for a Windows 10 or 11 product key, but you don't want to spend $100 to $200 for it? Our sponsor, URCD Keys, provides discounted Windows keys at amazing prices. $15 for Windows 10 Professional, $21 for Windows 11 Professional, and just $60 for Microsoft Office 2021 Professional Plus. These product keys are the real deal. They activate directly with Microsoft Online, link to your Microsoft account, and they work forever. For Windows, you simply go to Settings, Update and Security, Activation, click Change Product Key, paste the key provided by URCD Keys, and in seconds, you're activated with Microsoft. For Office, go to setup.office.com, sign in with your Microsoft account, paste the product key provided by URCD Keys, and then download Office 2021 Pro Plus directly from Microsoft. Remember to use the discount code TD20 to save 25% off the already deeply discounted prices and support our channel at the same time. We have been using product keys from URCD Keys for almost 5 years now without any issues and encourage you to do so as well. I would submit that you should replace such a machine every 5 years. You don't have to do it every 3 years. You don't have to do it every 4 years. I wouldn't wait longer than 5 years. Once you get to 5 years, you're really starting to get obsolete. So if you have an i3 or an i5 non-K, non-fancy chip from, say, 2017 or 2018, it's probably time to replace it, even if it's a basic office machine. If you build one today, you're looking at 2028 before you really need to consider a replacement. And something in the i3 12100 or Ryzen 5 5600G is what I would look at.